I'm recording.
Yay! Hello, everyone.
So,
Happy Friday.
yes, a
Okay,
toasty day.
a toasty Friday
Yes.
all across the country.
Oh,
All right, so on today's Friday Soul Talk, we're going to be discussing books, movies, TV shows that have shaped us spiritually or, made us think differently about life. And maybe it's a philosophical angle or a metaphysical angle or a spiritual angle or a religious angle. Um, yeah, so we're just gonna rattle off books, TVs, and movies that has helped shape us and brought us to the point where we are now.
yep, it's a good one.
And so, yeah. So if that interests you and you want to hear what things that we have grown from, yeah, stay tuned.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then also you can comment what has shaped you and what has helped you in your journey in life. It doesn't have to be metaphysical or spirit. It could just be like, wow, this was really eye-opening,
Mhm.
or this really made me think
Right.
about this issue. So,
Sounds good.
yeah, so stay tuned. All right. Do you want to go first, or do you
No,
want to?
you
What do you?
go first. You go first.
Okay, all right.
This
So
is
let's
your
start with
topic. I think it's
book.
a great one. Yes.
So let's start with books. So I've always been a bookworm. I read at an early age, always reading books. I'm the youngest in my family, and my brothers and sisters are all 7, 8, 9 years older than me. So I was alone a lot, I just because they were off doing teenage things when I was little. So I really got into books. Books books were an escape for me. So one of the first books that I read. I was probably 11 or 12, and I found this book in my brother's room, and it was Illusions. The Adventures of a Reluctant Messiah by Richard Bach. He also wrote Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which is probably his better known work.
Right. Okay.
Um, have you read either of those books?
I have not.
Okay. Are you familiar with Richard Bach?
Just Jonathan Living Siebel book.
Okay. Well, he was friends with Jane Roberts and Robert Butts. We'll get into the Seth material in a minute, because that was a big influence for me. And when he was writing Jonathan Livingston Seagull, he wrote half the book and then got blocked. He just
Oh,
had total, complete, like, writer's block. So he put it away for 8 years.
wow.
So to back up a little bit, I think he might have lived in Florida. I'm not sure. Maybe it was I don't know. But he was sitting on a canal and he heard the words Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And so that's how he got the inspiration to write the book. So then he's blocked for 8 years. Then he hears the same voice again 8 years later, and he got the rest of the book. So it was basically
Oh, okay.
a channeled book, and he gives credit where credit is due. I
Right.
think I read that, and it's in one of the Seth books. I
Oh,
think
okay.
they talk about their relationship with Richard Bach, um, because they were friends. And so Illusions, his probably lesser known work, but so it caught my eyes. The book has a feather on it, so I'm looking through my brother's room like something to read or what he has in there. I was probably nosing around,
Hmm.
getting into stuff I wasn't supposed to.
Right. Right.
But it's just a parable on it's first of all, it's a super easy read, so people could get read. You guys could read it easily in a day. It's just a nice parable about spirituality and metaphysics and relationship. It's just and kind of doing it reluctantly, like why am I being chosen or called for this position? And so he goes back and forth with himself, and it's just a really, really good book. So that was really my first look at metaphysical, spiritual things as like a young girl.
Hmm.
Um, and then let's see, what came next? I think another one that shaped me um, was the Celestine prophecy.
Yep,
Have you read that?
that's one of mine. Yes, yes,
Okay, so it's one of yours too.
yes.
I got this book from a friend. I was in my late 20s, going through a divorce with two small children, and she gave me this book to read. I loved it. I ate, and she wasn't necessarily a spiritual person either. It's just the universe will put people in your path and
Right.
turn you on to things that you need to pay attention to or read or watch
Yeah.
or something like that. So the Celestine prophecy is all about his journey in Peru and energy manipulation. And what did you love about the book?
It just opened my eyes to something that I couldn't even at that time grasp.
Right.
It was one of those things that when I read it, I was like, what? And then I had to read it again, read
Mhm.
that part of it
Right. Yeah.
because there was some stuff at that time that I couldn't grasp it.
Right.
That's one of the books that I've read a couple of times.
Me too. Same with
So
illusions. I've read that multiple
yeah,
times.
and
And
I noticed that with most of the books that I have read, I've had to read them again. So
yeah, because you then you get farther along in your journey
right,
and maybe things mean something else or take a different turn for you, or you
right,
discover something that, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this the first time I read it.
right.
And so you get new knowledge. Yeah, I loved that book. Did you read the sequel?
I did not.
Oh, it wasn't as good as
Yeah,
the first book, but yeah, really, really loved that.
yeah.
Um, Now this is no means a complete list, but I really got into the Seth material. So Jane Roberts and Robert Butts. Jane Roberts was a channeler. That's what she was. She channeled the entity Seth. Um, and the nature of personal reality, that's probably one of their most famous works. Seth Speaks,
Right.
and the Seth material, all three great. I got every single book. I just ate this stuff up. I love the channel. I even got the note. I got every single book associated with them.
Hmm.
As you know, because I brought them to the shop when we were doing the book sale.
I
It's
remember
like,
it.
this can help. I mean, I probably had 20 Seth books
Yeah,
with all the unreleased material that they put together. They even released his notes. I
yeah,
read all that because it was just fascinating to me.
right.
I've just always loved channeling ever since that first experience when I was 18. I've told that on the original podcast
Mhm.
of seeing a physical medium channel for the first time. So
Right.
that was pretty exciting. So all this stuff, have you read any of the Seth material?
No, I have not.
Mm.
I know a few people that have, so I kind of feel like I did read it because some people talked about it. So I didn't feel
Hmm.
like I needed to. At that time, that was not something that I was interested in hearing about it, but I didn't really want to take the time to read it.
Right. So Seth challenges our assumptions about the nature of reality. So I have little notes just
Yeah.
from Google. He explains how the conscious mind directs unconscious activity and has at its command all the power of the inner self, included our excellent exercises for applying these theories to any life situations. So yeah, really good insight. Some of the language he speaks is a little hard to understand, but you'll get the gist.
Yeah.
It's not like conversational speak. Like it's just every sentence is just like, oh my God, I've got to unpack this. And but so it's a lot, but it's good. It's a
Right.
good a lot,
Right.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna include have you read The Alchemist
I sure have.
by Paulo?
Hmm.
How do you say his last? Coelho?
Yeah, something like that.
Coelho?
I
Yeah.
actually bought a case of those books and gave them out to a bunch of people that came
I
before.
love this book.
So did I. And that was one of those ones I had to read again.
Yes. So it's a modern classic fable of spiritual healing, self-discovery, and the power of dreams.
Yes.
So I just devoured
Mm-hmm.
that.
One of my favorites.
It's such a great book.
It is.
Um, and then I'm also going to include Tuesdays with Morrie by
Okay.
Mitch Albom.
Okay.
Not necessarily something you'd think of in a spiritual sense, but they do talk about spirituality. They talk about the meaning of life, and it's about friendships, and it's it's just a feel good book watching this relationship develop between these men,
Yes.
um, and and then Maury has such great insights into life and little tidbits of philosophy, and it's just a great book. So if you haven't read that and you like more of like the fiction type style of stuff, then this might be for you.
Yeah.
And then The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz.
Yep.
Have you
That's
read
another
that?
good one. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay,
I've read that.
so the four agreements: be impeccable with your word,
Mm-hmm.
don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best.
Right.
So then he goes into
Yeah.
to all those.
There's so many. Now I'm
I
like,
know.
I didn't make my, I've read like a lot like you, but I didn't make a list like this. I have so many, so many.
Yeah. And then another one that I got from a friend in my 40s, I think, was The Shack.
Yep.
I loved
Did you
The
see the
Shack.
movie? Did you see the
No, I
movie?
didn't see the movie because the book
Oh,
was so good. Sometimes I
yeah.
just like
Oh, the movie was great. Yeah.
Um, so The Shack was written by William Paul Young, and it wrestles with the timeless question, where is God in a world with so much unspeakable pain?
Mhm.
So apropos at the moment. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
he had a terrible tragedy in the book, and
Mhm.
he goes to the shack to hear what God
Yeah.
has to say about this tragedy that he experienced, and it's such a beautiful book.
It
It
is.
really is.
The movie was good. The movie was good.
Yeah, and if you're a
I did
movie
like.
watcher, go watch the movie,
Yeah.
but if you're a reader, read the book.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. I talked about and then I also really enjoyed The Power of Now
Yep.
by Eckhart Tolle. Is
Victor
that
Tolle. Yeah. Yeah.
um
The Power of Now was a harder read for me, but the one after that, I zoomed right through it.
what's the one
I
after it?
cannot remember the name of it
Oh,
now, and I didn't write
okay.
any of my books down because I thought, oh, I'll remember them all. But
Oh, not me. I was like, oh no, I
the
gotta
Power
write
of
it down.
Now was a hard read for me. But then I can't remember what the other one was called, but it was good. That one was a good one too. I cannot think of the name of it.
Just the gist is just, the now moment is really all we have.
That's exactly it.
You know, that
All
you're
we have.
standing in your power
Right.
right this very second. And so use that. And so
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously a simplified
Right.
explanation. And then finally, I know you've read this one, Autobiography of a Yogi
I also gave that one out as
by
tips too.
Paramahansa Yogananda. So,
I love Yogananda. Love, love, love.
um, so it's his journey in India, to America, as a boy, and this is his account of what really happens. So there's miracles and healing and relationships
Hmm.
and manifestation. Um,
Yeah.
what
It's
else?
fun. You know what I got? I got all of that out of there, but I liked the whole story. I saw the movie as well, but I think the part that because we always think of like spiritual people who we kind of put up on a pedestal from time to time, like they don't do anything wrong. And I liked in a autobiography of a yogi where he goes to meet, I think it's Saint Teresa. I think it's Teresa, and they tell him, "No, you can't. You can't." Do you remember that part of the book?
Yes. Is she
And
the one that bleeds?
I
from her eyes?
The stigmata. I think she has a stigmata. I don't. Okay, I don't. She's something like that. I don't
Okay.
remember exactly now. I thought it was a stigmata, but anyway, they tell him no, and he, I think, walks back to his car, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna go do this," and he like barreled on through and did it, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So he would do something that I would do, or I would do something that he would do. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't take no for an answer. It was what he came for, and he knew he was going to do it. And he went against what they told him. You know, you can't see her, and he's like, "No, I'm going to see her." And I liked that part. I was like, "Oh, okay, good." He broke a law. He was a rebel for a minute,
He was.
and I liked that. And that's the part that, aside from it all being a wonderful book, I thought it was very inspirational. And if you ever go to any of his place, you know, like the place in Pacific Palisades, the Mother Center, that's amazing. Gandhi's ashes are there. It's so calm and peaceful. I've been to the one down in Encinitas. I just love
Hmm.
him. I love him. Yes. And you know, I had back in the day, before I read Autobiography of a Yogi, I remember being at the bookstore because I love the bookstores. And I picked up one of his little tiny brown books. It real thin, and I couldn't grasp it. And I would pull it off my shelf and try and read it, and I just could not grasp it. And then one day I came across Autobiography of a Yogi, and I skimmed right through it, and then I went back and read that book, and I got it. So it was one of those things when it was just the right time for me to
Right.
grasp it.
Yeah. You
It.
had to have the other
Yeah.
material
Yeah.
first.
So I think he's amazing. I love Yogi.
Yeah. 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 He lived an incredible life.
He
That is
did.
for sure.
Mhm.
So what are your other books? So,
So for me, I'm going to start with a movie. So ever since I was little, I've been very intuitive, and I've had some pretty mystical experiences. At the time, I didn't think them. I just thought everybody had them. But I've always had a very close connection to God, the Blessed Mother, and angels, and I guess spirit guides or spirits or what have you. So my very first thing when I was little was Our Lady of Fatima, the movie, and it's a movie
no.
from made in 1952. But for me as a child, seeing that later as an adult, it just brought me closer to God. So that really got me going on my spiritual journey because I got to see that there were other kids that were having experiences, and I thought, oh, okay, so that's a normal thing. So that's probably where my spiritual journey started as a child. You know, later, obviously, I saw the movie much later. I think, you know, way later. But and then the other movie that kind of really got me going too was Practical Magic.
Oh, yes.
And that right there, me and Jeannie, we went and saw it, and I didn't even have my store at the time, and I just thought, oh, I want to do that. And and it kind of went hand in hand. I don't know if you remember, it was in Orange County in San Clemente, I think, no, San Juan Capistrano. There was a place called Tara's Angels. Do you remember that store?
Mm-mm.
Yes, it was over by the Mission. And basically, what it was, Terry Lynn Taylor had written a book, I think, called The Messengers. I don't remember what it is. I still have it. And it's a very old book. It's older than Taylor, my daughter Taylor. And what it was, she wrote about angels and experiences with angels. And I bought this book. And the next thing I know, I heard that there was a store called Tara's Angels, and it was centered around that book. These people had a daughter named Tara, and very loving young girl, good in school, did nothing wrong. And she was killed in an accident.
Mm.
And she started leaving all these angelic signs at her parents' house. Like they came home one day and there was a plate of angel cookies on their counter. Where did those come
Oh,
from?
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so then that took me on the spiral of all this crazy stuff with what can I get about, you know, reading about angels. So I have read almost every book on angels I think that there was on the market back in the 90s. And that really got me going. My mom and dad ended up getting me a monthly subscription to an angel magazine. So
Oh,
I had angels everywhere. They were everywhere. I was seeing angels and hearing angels. And so that really got me going. And then I started reading a little bit, and the Celestine Prophecy, the Alchemist, Yogananda's book. Um, and it just went from there. I just started reading, like, the Course in Miracles was another
hmm.
book that I read, and I actually took classes. We met up once a week, and we did the whole Course in Miracles. Marianne Williamson, Return to Love. That was another one. I loved her. I could go on and on. There's so many.
I know. It was hard to I was trying to stay away from like totally mainstream, so just to give
Mhm.
ideas that
Right.
I mean, The Course in Mirror, Conversations with God, Seed of the
Yes.
Soul. I mean,
Yes.
these are
Seed of the Soul was another good book. I love
mhm.
Seed of the Soul. Um, there's so many. I mean, I was looking at my bookshelf in my room and I was like, all these books, and I was like, there's no way I could
Yeah, it's
pick
hard to
one.
narrow it down.
Right. Because you go in the spiral of like wanting to read everything that you can, metaphysical, spiritual, angels. I even read some books about people who passed, who died for 10 minutes and went to
Oh,
heaven.
so NDEs,
Yes, I mean, I
yeah.
read them all. There was Return from Tomorrow, which is a book that we talked about in one of the other podcasts, where he was a doctor and he died.
Yeah, we did.
So I mean,
Hmm.
I went all out. I read everything I could. I read stuff that I was not really interested in, like I'm myself am not interested in Wiccan and all that kind of stuff, but I still read about it because I wanted to know. So I
Hmm.
read some books on that. I mean, I just Native American, A Tethered Soul. I can't. There's so many books out there that I've read that I just like. It makes my head spin.
Yeah.
And I should have written them all down, but there was just too many. I have too
Well,
many.
yeah, I mean, I know. That's why that's why I went a kind of mainstream with like, especially with the fiction, because
Right.
that's really, I mean, like Illusions and Jonathan Livingston
Mhm.
Seagull and um, uh, Tuesdays with More, easy reading. The Shack, just,
Zach, yeah.
and then some of my movies are also books too. Um,
I've read so many books. I've read the whole Left Behind series, which are very, that was back in the day, that was a huge thing. Now it's very controversial. People are saying it's not true, but a bunch of malarkey. And then there's other people saying that it is the Bible. I've never read the Bible, by the way. I never could grasp the Bible, so that was not one of my books that I've read.
No, I've never read the whole. I think I've read Psalms. I
Yeah.
think I tried at one point and I'm just like, no,
No, I couldn't. I
no,
can't
no.
get some of that. So I was not into that. I didn't read that. But most of mine were about angels and spirit guides. I cannot think of the lady who had the Native American spirit guide. I have her book too. That was really Rosemary something. I read her book. I cannot think of her name right now, but she channeled. She was like kind of like Esther Hicks.
Hmm.
So she was very popular at the time.
Yeah, any of the Esther Hicks material is good as well. I didn't read as much of that as I did the Seth
Right.
material, but I did go to one of the workshops in San
Oh, okay.
Diego. I went
Yeah.
to a Esther Hicks talk or
Right.
whatever by myself. I took
Oh
I
wow.
can't believe I drove down there and did this all by my whittle self.
That's when you want to do something.
Yeah.
You do it by yourself and you
Yeah.
have to.
So,
But I mean, I think I've read of all of Doreen Virtue's books.
mhm.
And then, now she's turned Christian, so now she's denounced all that stuff. But they were still very good books. Oh my gosh, there's just so many. There's so many books.
Yeah. So, movies. You have any more movies that
Mine was just the Our Lady of Fatima.
Oh, okay.
Classical
Um,
music. I did like The
so
Shack.
yeah. So
Um,
obviously, okay, so I'm gonna start like when I was young. So I watched this when I was pretty young. Um, this is kind of a weird one. Somewhere in Time
I love Somewhere in Time.
with Christopher Reeve and
Yeah.
Jane Seymour.
Reincarnation.
Yes, and time travel.
Mhm.
I was fascinated and a love story. I
Yes.
mean, it all wrapped up into one. Um, so the gist is this playwright becomes fascinated with this photo of this woman, a turn of the century actress, while staying at this Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island up in Michigan. Um, and he kind of gets obsessed with her.
Mhm.
And he learns from a friend that time travel may actually be possible through hypnosis. So, so he travels in time to meet Elise.
Yeah.
Um, and the two appear to be destined forever, but will they? But so yeah, so I was little and I love that. I'm like, wow, love across time. I mean, you can't get any more romantic than that.
Right, right.
So that was my first movie, my gateway movie. Um, and then obviously The Matrix, because that gave me a look at bad guys
Uh-huh.
too.
Right.
So, so you need to answer, what is the Matrix? And then he meets Morpheus, and it's a battle. It's a battle. And then there's secret agents chasing him, and he's trying to get to the truth of the Matrix,
Right,
of the
right.
system, the engagement,
Mhm.
and so yeah,
Oh, that was a good one too.
good
Yeah.
stuff.
And now a lot of people can relate to that right now.
Exactly, since you know a lot of people are feeling caged in by
Right.
this reality for sure. Excuse me. Let's see what else. This is a book. I love the book. I read the book and the movie, Life of Pi. Did you ever
I
see
never
Life?
did.
Okay.
I know
Do you
which
have
one
you
you're
heard
talking
of it?
about. Yeah, I've heard about it.
Okay. So, Jan Martel, it was a 2001. Um, it's so the movie's good. I should have probably included this under the book part, but so there's this boy, Pi. He's an Indian boy, and he explores issues of spirituality and metaphysics. And he's in a shipwreck,
Mhm.
and he's on a lifeboat with a tiger and a monkey and a couple other zoo animals. Um, so it raises question about the nature of reality and how it's perceived and told, and just learning to get along and cohabitate in this lifeboat with these wild animals, and it's just another great story. Um, and then another different one. I saw this when I was, I think, around 29. Um, What Dreams May Come. It was a Robbins Williams movie. Did you see it?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Loved it.
Mhm.
So that deals with suicide
Mhm.
and death, reincarnation, and the afterlife.
Mhm.
Um, and then he's got a spirit guide helping him. So that I was just like, I love this.
I
So,
forgot
which
about
is
that.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is a spirit guide, and
That movie.
but his wife at the time kills herself,
Right.
and she gets sent to hell.
Mhm.
So he goes and tries to get her back from hell.
It's a good
So
one.
it is a good one,
It is a good
not your typical Robin Williams movie,
one. Right.
and it got mixed reviews with the critics.
Mhm.
I loved it. I thought it was an incredible movie. Um, in that regard. So we did that. What else? Um, and then recently, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Did you see that? It came out,
No.
uh,
Who's
well,
it?
it's in
What
the
is it?
last there's a woman, she was kind of like lesser known. I can't remember her name, but I think she may have, I know she was nominated for Academy Award. But it's an interdimensional reality unravels, and she must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers in a multiverse as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. So she's
So is it a
gotta help.
newer movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Let's see what year it was. 2022. I knew it was somewhere
So it's fairly,
pandemic-y
yeah, yeah.
time, but
Mhm.
a little bit, after.
Okay.
Um, yeah, let's see. It it won 7 Academy Awards.
Oh,
It
wow.
won for Best Picture, Best Director, Best
Okay.
Actress. Yeo, her last name.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
Um,
about. That sounds
Best
familiar.
Screenplay. So just,
Yes.
and it's great to see something like that mainstream
Mhm.
and winning awards
Right, right,
while doing it. So another great one if you guys are movie watchers. Do you
right.
have any, any other movies that
My mind's going blank now that you've got me. I'm like, because there's so many movies that I've watched that have just really impacted. I mean, yeah, I'll have to see if I can remember some and maybe put them in the description or something. Because now,
yeah, I will, guys, I will write all my picks
yeah,
in my description on my channel. So if you want to check any of these things out. But TV, what about TV? As what?
TV, I've done a lot of yeah, I like Charm.
I love Charmed, and you like Supernatural.
Yeah,
You know, there's a
Supernatural.
lot. There's so many more, and I love the Wheel of Time. That was on that was recently on Amazon Prime. Not
Yeah, I
too
didn't watch
recently, but
that
I
one.
loved that. Um,
Taylor and I were watching. I cannot remember what it was called, but it had a demon in it, and I think the little nun could see the demon. I cannot think of what it was called.
oh, I know what it's like. Dead something.
Or man, and there was, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I wanted to watch it, but I don't get that channel.
So
Why
we
is it
started
showing my
watching
bedroom?
that. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, I think Charmed
Yeah,
was
Lucifer. Lucifer is a good one too because you get to know all the angels because
right.
he's got
Yeah.
his team of angels. And Lucifer is good in the sense that when he gets sent back to hell, he realizes hell is just a prison in his mind.
Right.
It's not an actual physical
Yeah.
place, and that he can leave at any time. I'm like,
Yeah.
yay! So Lucifer is really good. He like helps his detective lady friend, and they're solving crimes, and
I like
it's
Charmed. I mean, that was something I kept
yeah, Charmed was super cute.
when they got like the
I
small
watched the
town.
reboot too. Did
Oh,
you
did
watch
they?
the reboot?
No,
Yeah, they did yeah, I like that too. It was really good.
no, I didn't watch the.
Um,
So something like
but
that.
something that I rewatched recently in the last couple weeks was the OA. Have you watched the OA? It's on
Uh-uh.
Netflix.
No. Oh, eh.
Oh man, this was so good. It pissed me off though because it was supposed to be a 5 season series. That's
Uh-huh.
how they wrote it, but it got canceled after 2. So you don't get the final, you don't get to know what happens, but it's
Oh,
still a great
no.
story. Yeah, it was too expensive and too nichey, it's like too out there for mainstream. I mean, it didn't, so I guess it didn't do well, but I loved it. Um,
I'll have to check that
Again, just bending reality.
out.
And it's based on people who had near death experiences, so NDEs.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, and they've come back and
Oh, I know which
um
one it is. I know which one you're talking about. Yes.
yeah,
Yes, I started
so
watching that
good
too.
and
Yes.
so mad that they didn't finish.
But
Maybe someday they will.
I think they might because they were talking about it just this past week or last week on the news, and there was such backlash for that they canceled it, and
Yes.
I
It's
think people
like
are asking for it to come back. So I think that there's a
it's
chance that it might come back, or if
so
they're not.
mean.
I
So
know what,
mean leaving us hanging like that.
yes, I know what you're
Um,
talking about.
yeah. So, and then this one's a little weird. This one before when the kids were little, we really got into the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Oh,
So
okay.
cartoon.
Uh-huh.
That's where I learned chakra system. I learned my chakras from Avatar because he
Really?
was transforming. He needed to ascend
Uh-huh.
to save the world. So, and through his ascension, he had to activate all his chakras. And then and then get rid of any attachments. And that was the hardest thing for him because he loved his friends and he loved Katara. And then they just recently made it into a live action.
Okay.
Um, Not as great show. I just finished season two, but you get more character development and backstory with the cartoon.
Okay.
It's I know some people are like, ew, cartoons. It's so good. Even my kids now, the older two, they've rewatched it multiple times in
Oh,
adulthood
okay.
because it's so beloved. And then there's the spin-off, which is Korra. That's the next
Okay.
Avatar. So all about reincarnation.
Oh,
The
wow. Okay.
Avatar is, reincarnating each, and
Mhm.
then he can go back into meditation and talk to his incarnations, and
Oh,
they can
wow.
help him in his journey. So
I have to check that one out.
I know you could watch it with Delilah when she's older.
Mhm. Yeah.
It made me like I'd be a waterbender. That's where I would bend water.
Like
So,
I love
yeah.
superhero movies. Like Doctor Now, is it Doc no wait.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, yeah. Doctor Now is something else. Isn't that James Bond? Anyway, yeah, that. Because that lady, they deal with the chakras as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor Who? Is that what it's called? Doctor Who?
Yeah, Doctor Who. The
Okay.
telephone booth.
Yeah.
They go into the
Yeah, Doctor
telephone booth.
Now
Yeah.
is
Um, and one I didn't write down, but I'm going to mention is Being Erica. I it might be I can't remember what streaming service I watched it. Being Erica is a story about a woman whose life is shit. It's falling apart.
damn.
And yeah, I think we can relate, everybody. Um, and she meets, I don't know if it's a spirit guide or her angel or whatever, this man, and he lets her go back in life and redo certain
Oh
days or
wow.
instances that needed a redo. Like, I need to do this better. Like, I regret this so much that I need to go back in. And so it's her journey, um,
That's nice
getting
to
back.
you do.
And it's funny, but it's like, it's just really good if
Hmm.
you like a show like that.
And
So,
what's it called?
um, what did I just, oh, Being Erica.
Erica. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that would be interesting to see.
You and Taylor would like that.
Okay.
You would, because she has to go back to high school too, and you're all dorky and stuff. So
Oh
it's just
Lord.
like, and she's gotta straighten out her mistakes, and
Okay.
she's gotta redo a couple of things.
Okay.
So yeah, let's see what else. Here's another one that I loved. It's on Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get Amazon Prime TV for free.
Hmm.
Um, it's Upload.
No, I don't. I've never heard of that.
Okay, so it's hilarious. Number one, it's a comedy, and well, kind of it's a dramedy, I
Okay.
guess. So it's the year 2033, and people have the ability to upload themselves, their consciousness, into a virtual world after they die.
Really?
Yes, it's
Okay.
so good. So, and then I'm like, oh, even in death, there's a caste system because if you don't have any money, you don't get to upload yourself. You're just dead.
Boring
And
dead.
then if you're poor, then you just get to like exist in this little room. And then if you have money, you get to go to this place and you get to create the reality that you want. And so it's his journey. He gets unexpectedly unalived.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
it also has a little bit of mystery in it because he's got to find out who unalived him. And and then also deal with, and there's also falling in love and like, wait, my love is back in physical so it's just super good. So if you have Amazon Prime,
It's
check it out.
ended.
I think there's 4 seasons.
Okay.
Really good. And then my last one is Travelers. I loved that show.
Okay.
It's Eric, he was in Will and Grace. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
remember.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I think that's who it was. No, don't quote me on this, guys. So, hundreds of years in the future, the last surviving humans discover a way of sending consciousness back through time directly into the people of the 21st century. They were called themselves travelers.
Mhm.
And they assume the lives of seemingly random people, but it's for a reason. There's like a mission that needs to be completed. But these people were going to die anyways. But before they take their heartbeats for the last time, the traveler slips in.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not like they're taking over their body and the other person gets pushed aside. They're physically dying anyway, so their consciousness leaves to go to be with God, and then the traveler comes in to complete the mission of
Oh,
this person. So good. You and Taylor would like it too.
I have to tell her about that one.
And they're they're secretly working to save the world because there's an event that's supposed to happen that destroys the world, so they're working to stop this event.
Okay.
And then each traveler has their own specialty. You got the computer hacker guy, it's just like you have the medic,
Yeah.
and they come down in teams of like 5 or 6. So there's different groups of travelers,
Okay.
and they meet up and they help each other and sometimes not help each other, and so it's just a really good shoo let
Yeah.
me
You've given
let
some
me
good tips.
yeah, I tried to oh, it went to Travelers Insurance. That's my insurance company. No, Travelers the show. um Eric McCormick, that's who I was
Yeah,
thinking.
he is from Norway. Race.
Yeah, it's just it was it was only on for 3 seasons, I think.
Okay.
Netflix. I think you can watch it on Netflix. If you guys have Netflix, I highly recommend that too. Um,
I think we've given him some good movies, TV
yeah,
shows, and books. That's
yeah.
awesome.
And then one I haven't watched, but it's on my list is it's Sense with the eight at the end. I don't know
Uh-huh.
how is it. I don't know, Sense eight or but this is what I want to watch. So, 8 strangers around the globe find themselves connected by a violent vision, then by their shared ability to connect with another's thoughts and actions, and finally by the urgent need to find out what happened and why. Their need to know goes beyond simple curiosity as they pursue answers. A mysterious organization huts them down, intent on destroying them. So, there's always bad guys after you, always, while you're
Oh,
seeking truth. So
I'll have to check
that's
that
what
one
that's
too.
on my no, that's on my next
I might check
that's
that
on
one
my list. I just finished, like I said, the Avatar live action on season 2, and now um I'm gonna start Sense8. Since I don't know how it's,
out. I like the
but
Dead Files too. That's another one I liked
the
a lot.
Dead Files. Oh, and you love Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, Skinwalker Ranch. I forgot about Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Skinwalker Ranch. Every week we'd watch it. Yeah.
Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I knew I'm going to forget a bunch of these.
Yeah. So not only just like but maybe like nonfiction, like documentary style
Yeah.
shows as well, like
Yeah.
Skinwalker Ranch and
Those
Ancient
are good.
Aliens and
They give you a heads up on what's going on, when you see those documentaries,
hmm
maybe like Skinwalker Ranch and Ancient Aliens and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah.
I've given them some good ones. I'll list
Yeah,
them on my YouTube page, just a few. There's so many. I can't,
I know.
it's impossible for me to like pick,
Yeah. And
but
then we loved all like the ghost hunting shows too, where the kids were growing up, all
yeah,
that that exploring the paranormal
the paranormal
and yeah.
that stuff. So these are good. Very good.
Yeah. So I hope you guys check out some of our suggestions.
Yeah. And I'm sure when I'm done here, I'm gonna go, oh my gosh, I forgot this, I forgot that. So if I forget something that's really outstanding, I'll also list that too.
Okay.
Yeah, well, thank you. This is good.
Yeah, thank you.
Now you've given me some TV shows and movies to go look.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Taylor would definitely like Travelers
Yeah.
and what was the other one that
The eight, the one with the eight.
The Sense.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah. Um, I
Yeah,
thought there was another one that you, what was it?
I can't remember. I mean, you'd come to the shop and we'd say, "I'm not." I said,
Upload. I know you have Amazon Prime, don't you? You got to check out Upload. You and Taylor would like that a lot.
I'll have to tell her. Yeah, these are
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Well, have a good week.
Yeah. Yes. And as I said in the intro, if you guys have any suggestions for us that we need to check out,
At least know.
any sort of media, books, TV,
Yeah,
movies, put them
something
in
that
the
they recommend.
comments.
Yeah, something you
Yes.
want to hear
Yeah.
their
Let
recommendation.
us know.
Yeah,
Let us know
that'd
what
be
you
great.
guys like
Little
and what's helped
summary.
you and shaped you.
Yeah, this is great. All
It
right.
just it opens your mind.
Sure does. Well, also lets you see that there are these things are real that are happening because some people
Hmm.
experience these things and then they're like, what is it? And then you see a movie or read about it and you're like, oh, okay, this is normal. This is who I am. This is what's happening to me right now.
Hmm.
That's how I
Exactly.
feel
You're
about
not alone.
it. Right, right, right. So
Right.
have a good weekend.
Yes, everybody have a great weekend.
The weather's just brutal in Southern California right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
But
Have a good
all
weekend.
right.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good, guys.
Thank you so much.
Till next time.
All right.
Bye. All right. We are clear.